Sloppington. There you go. You went all right, but no.
That is hurt having the weights right there, right?
Huh?
It's hurt there having the weight.
Yeah. Blake Wells kicked 2 goals, and Truba kicked another one. Got one right in the goal square.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Malone Park here in Marong for this AFL Victoria WorkSafe game of the day. And it is a great time to be with you. Magnificent conditions at this lovely venue. Michael Van Dorsen with you in commentary, as well as Casper McLeod. And Casper, exciting times out here at Marong.
MVD, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to commentate with you as always. Looking forward to this. I've never seen these two teams play, so it should be interesting. It was a little bit of a one-sided clash, unfortunately, when these two teams played each other in round one. So I am very much interested in seeing how Maiden Gully have improved since then.
Yeah, looking forward to the clash. It's obviously, as we said, with thanks to WorkSafe, they are trying to keep us safe in supporting country footy since 2002, and we have a fantastic country club game for you today. As we said, Marong Panthers versus the Maiden Gully YCW Eagles, and we are excited to be here as part of the Loddon Valley Football Netball League for season 2023. Tell you what, paper-wise, Casper, it's looking like it might be a one-sided clash with Marong absolutely demolishing everything that comes before them thus far in season 2023. They're eight wins, no losses, and a bye in there as well. And we are excited to be here and be a part of what is going to be a ripping game.
Hopefully it will be a ripping game. I mean, you're right, the Panthers, they currently sit with a percentage of 577.38%, which is almost 380 percentage points more than second place Pyramid Hill. It has been an absolute domination from the Panthers this season. Won the premiership last year, broke a 33-year premiership drought, and look likely to go back-to-back potentially. Long way to go in the season just yet, but geez, I tell you what, it's going to take something pretty special from someone else to pinch it from them this year, I think.
Yeah, some ripping plays as we look down this Panthers lineup, and you'll see probably some different numbers if you're used to following the two sides in the competition in the Loddon Valley League. There's some different numbers on both sides. They've got Indigenous Guernseys on to celebrate Indigenous round for both for the league as well. As we're just having a look out in the middle as the toss of the coin goes up, and it's going to be Marong who have won the toss through their captain in Corey Gregg, and they're going to kick towards the golf course or the Melbourne end. So the right of your screen will be known as the Melbourne end of Malone Park, and the left of your screen, which will be the way that Maiden Gully are kicking towards, it is the netball court or the town end as well. So looking forward to that looking forward to seeing how some of these players go. The number 21 is one to look out for Marong in Brandon Grenfell. He's kicked 49 goals for the season in 8 matches so far, including a bag of 11, Casper. That's
pretty incredible. He kicked 8 goals in round 1 when these two teams played each other. It's going to be absolutely instrumental for Maiden Gully to stop him if they are to win this particular match. They've been decent at home, the Eagles, so far this season, yet to get a win on the road, though. So, look, hopefully it's a good game. Last time they didn't kick a goal in round 1, so hopefully things improve for them. But he's definitely, I think, the most important player heading into this game. Another one to keep an eye out for is number 5 for Marong, Kane Robbins. He's third on the goal-kicking list. Kicked only 29 goals for the season thus far in the 8 matches. So we'll keep an eye on that. And for Maiden Gully, their leading goal kicker is Brandon Dimmick, and he's wearing the number 26. So just a quick one on the jumpers. The Panthers wearing the sort of like the Brisbane Fitzroy jumper in the red, yellow and blue with the Panthers. And I'll tell you what, I don't mind the Maiden Gully Guernsey at all. It's a bit of an orange with navy blue and white, a nice eagle going through the front. I like it. No, I like it.
You reckon I can snafu one of them at the end of the game?
Maybe you get the players to sign it for you.
Yeah, why not? I reckon that would be fantastic. We'll see what we can snafu in that respect as well. But, yeah, should be very interesting.
Do quite enjoy the Indigenous jumper designs as well. We did see the reserve game finish up just before we started commentating this match, and it was a big win for Marong, winning by 105 points in the end, 19-13, 127-3 for 22 Maiden Gully. Should be very, very interesting as we see Braden Grenfell go straight into the forward line, and he really is. Just looking at the size of him, he's quite a towering presence. I reckon it's almost like watching back when Aaron Sandilands used to play for Fremantle and just seeing how tall he was compared to everyone else on the ground. So who knows, maybe could be in for another bag.
So we're ready for a start. The umpire's about to hold the ball aloft, and we've got, by the looks of things, Matthew Crooks versus Michael Bradbury in the ruck, and we're about to get things underway in this WorkSafe country game, and it's ball up. Crooks gets the first tap out. Great work there to find, but Lockie Lee picks it up for the Panthers. Chain of handballs working their way out. Great kick there by McCaig. That's Jack McCaig. There's a Noah in there as well, although it's been worked out there by Worsley for Maiden Gully, although they've turned it over. First goal of the afternoon. There it is. Riley Taylor, as quick as you like, with a goal on the board. And that is his first of the afternoon, his 21st of the year.
That was a great piece of pressure play by Marong, deep in their forward line. Just that pressure, just impossible to get the ball out in that situation. And it was a great shot on goal by Taylor.
So they won straight 6. And we haven't even ticked in a minute of action for your Saturday afternoon here in the Loddon Valley Football Netball League.
So Bradbury lost the ruck contest, but going to have to put a little bit of pressure on, and the umpire will wrap it up thanks to the tackle from Greg. Ball up. Bradbury gets the tap out this time. It will be Maiden Gully almost getting the clearance, but fantastic pressure by Gretex, and he'll get the disposal back here, and it'll be inside 50. It will be McCaig inside 50 with the kick. It was a one-on-one effort. Robbins, there's a shot on goal, and I reckon they've got another one on the board. They do, and I reckon there might be Grenfell with his first. And in the blink of an eye, it's a 2-0 lead in favour of the Panthers.
Yeah, you can't let Brandon Grenfell get out the back. They're all in his lonesome, and he was able to snafu that one around the body. So we're 2 minutes in, and they're kicking a goal a minute at the moment, the Panthers. Grenfell there with his 50th goal for season 2023. As we're back up in the middle with thanks to WorkSafe. Good hip and shoulder there late in the middle. And that's over the shoulder, but the umpire was a bit blindsided, or said he ducked his head. Crooks doing the tackling there. And I think it was Nathan Devaney coming in off the square. Great work finding Walsh for the gully. And this one being tackled is Lockie Sabina. And they've been able to lock it in, have the gully. On centre wing, clubhouse side in front of the WorkSafe stands. Obviously supporting country footy since 2002. As Bradbury just hacks this one forward out in front of Reardon. That's Matthew Reardon. And the ball's out in the left forward flank for the Panthers. Right in front of the cricket nets there. Fantastic facilities for cricket as well, Casper.
Oh, fantastic. And for netball as well down the other end. And the umpire will call that back, and we'll get yet another ball in here.
Bit blowy.
A little bit blowy.
On the effects mic.
So the ball gets brought in out the back, and it's a good tackle laid by Gretrix.
And I think Lockie Lee was in there as well. Team tackle.
So the umpire will ball it back up. Umpire calls play on deep inside the pocket. They might get out nearly got out the front there, but it goes through for a behind, and the first blemish on the board. 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the game, we go 2-1-13 Panthers. The Eagles yet to get the ball inside their forward half.
So Maiden Gully Eagles going to chip it around. Oh, dangerous ball. Grenfell's told to stand. Should be play on now. He's shaped to kick, and he's done that. He's found a teammate there in Nathan Murley. Murley's going to keep it along the broadcast wing, find a teammate there in Burns. This is Joel Burns finding a way forward, finds a teammate. Wasn't 15, gets his handball away, but that's out of bounds in front of the Maiden Gully coach's box, and they're going to throw it in.
Was unlucky there, I reckon.
I thought it was 15 too, but anyway.
Nearly went 20, I thought.
Anyway, umpire's closer than we are. As the ball comes spinning back into play. Bradbury gets this one, takes clean possession, handballs it out. Great work there by, it was Gretrix to find a kick forward. Devaney's on the ball. Can he straighten? He finds a handball. Great work there to McCaig. McCaig has a flying shot on goal, and it's out of bounds on the full. Jack McCaig opened up nicely for him.
It looks lively, Jack McCaig.
Yeah.
Set up a good attacking option very early on.
As we're about to see a four-way change for Morong coming out to the interchange lines. So the Gully going to try and come forward. Good mark there by Corey Walsh.
Jeez, his teammate made him work for that, but it's a great contested mark. Kick though, turns it over, and it'll be Bradbury. He'll send it inside 50, or he was going to. He got tackled, and it's a great defensive effort by Murley. And the umpire will ball it back in there, and I tell you what, Bradbury had a great opportunity to just launch that inside 50. But the umpire will ball it back in. Rucks go at it again. Kick forward to a nest of players, and it'll get out the back here. Great effort by Dean. And it's eventually taken towards the boundary line. Is it taken over? No, it's still kept in. Geez, they're working it really, really well, Morong. Davies will get the ball out towards Lee. Handball over the top. Well, I had to go and fetch it in the end. And the umpire will call holding the ball a little unlucky. And the Maiden Gully Eagles, they're just taking it and they're just going, trying to break this defensive press open, and they can't. Walsh to the edge of 50. But plenty of turnovers at the moment. McDonald towards the outer side wing, and it should be Fisher getting towards this first. And he does. Gets tackled immediately. That's a great tackle. Didn't have prior opportunity. The ball spills out the back for the Panthers. And he gets wrapped up, and the umpire is going to have to call for a ball up here, and he will. On the outer side, opposite pocket to where we're currently standing, MVD. And it's a little bit better showing last couple of minutes from the Eagles, I reckon.
Lawn Bowl side of the ground, that forward flank here at Malone Park. As the Eagles are going to come away with it, lead coming, although two Panthers are able to spot it there. Great work by Willocks. He's found a teammate just freshly on his Hatch. Tucker Hatch freshly onto the ground as the Panthers makes his teammate work, but he's followed him back up. This is Hartland, Brody Hartland. Had a player running with him, but he's kicked it forward out in front of Matt Reardon. It was going back and getting it though. Jay McDonald for the Eagles. He's one amongst five there. Great work by Gretrix, although he's turned it over. And the Eagles are going to find, they've got players everywhere, but they don't find it. Lee steps in for Morong. Great work, and it's the kick from Manly. Couldn't quite get onto it. Tried to overkick it, I reckon, in that respect. And great work finding Jackson on for Maiden Gully's found a way to get that one outside defensive 50 and out of play safely where the umpire says throw it in.
I reckon that ball was smothered there, and it's a good thing because would have been another shot on goal otherwise. The umpire will throw it in here. Robbins tried to have a swing at it with his fist and he missed it, so the umpire will call for a ball up here just inside the attacking 50 for the Panthers.
They're holding play up a fair bit, aren't they, the umpires? They're trying to see if they can get free.
Crooks, he gets the kick away, but can't quite get it past Hartland. Ball will come backwards to Fisher. And he gets tackled, and it should be holding the ball, and it is. So here's an opportunity here for Maiden Gully to do something really positive with this kick. Jackson to the edge of 50. Ill-directed kick, and Gadsden clears it up really well. Then he just goes for a run. And he gives the inside handball to Lee. to the edge of 50 for Marong, and he can't quite get the ball out. So the umpire is a free kick to the Panthers, in fact, for a high tackle, and it is going to Gadsden, Jimmy Gadsden. Ball spills out towards the middle of the ground. Well picked up by Gretrix, thank you. And the ball will go rushing through for a behind. And so that takes the score to 2-2-14. Maiden Gully yet to score. I tell you what, this looks very, very dangerous.
Yeah, ominous signs early for the Gully as they're going to come through. Umpire's calling him to the fullback to play on, so he's going to find some room up the front, straight up the top, and Strosh takes the mark. He's going to transfer play to the outer side. I think that's Caleb Flood working there. Misses a target in Sabina. Sabina had pressure put on him. Finds a handball back to Noden. Noden's handball goes nowhere, and I think Marong are going to come away with it. They are. There's a handball from Reardon. Finding their way through to Manly. Manly looks for Grenfell. Can he get a mark? He can.
Yeah, good grab.
Good, strong mark, Brandon Grenfell. As I think he's just going to be sitting there all day. And it's good luck to try and find a way through it as he snaps that one through. His second on the afternoon. And that has gone over the top of your car there, Casper. So that's good news.
That is excellent news. Not for the Panthers and for myself as well. But they go to 3-2-20. We are just over the 10-minute mark in this game, and Maiden Gully yet to score. He's got his second Grenfell, and he looks extremely dangerous. Could be in for another bag of 10 plus today, the way he is going at the moment.
Yeah, so lots of goals being kicked by Brandon Grenfell. As I said, 50 with his first goal in the second minute, and then this is his 51st for the season, with thanks to WorkSafe.
51 more goals than I've ever kicked, that's for sure.
Yep, same here too. Same here. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, WorkSafe favourite farmer is being sought as well. Make sure you get to the AFL Vic website there and nominate your favourite farmer, and they can also win some sort of prize as well. So make sure you get to the AFL Vic website and vote for the WorkSafe favourite farmer for 2023.
Back in the middle of the ground we go.
Not yet. The ball's still coming back. Someone's up to go and get it.
Still coming back.
Well,
goodness.
We did say we're going to the Melbourne end of Malone Park, that right of screen end. Maybe the ball's gone all the way to Melbourne.
Maybe if I was back home in St Kilda, I could have kicked it back here.
It's coming now. Brandon Grenfell just got it from one of the patrons over there, and then he's handballed it to the boundary riders. The boundary riders are coming back, or the boundary umpires, I should say.
It is great to see all the locals coming out here and supporting the club. It's always the thing I love the most about country footy. Out the side here will be Lee. He'll get a disposal inside 50. 1-on-1 Grenfell. He lets the ball spill. He drops it, and then he's still able to coolly and calmly slot his third. And geez, I tell you what, 4-2-26. The Panthers, they look absolutely dominant.
Well, I was doing some research last night, Casper, and their lowest winning margin this year was in round 4 versus Pyramid Hill. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you said Pyramid Hill was second on the ladder.
They are currently second on the ladder.
So they beat Pyramid Hill in round 4 by 42 points.
Goodness gracious me. That is...
that is... And they've had, 2 games decided by over 200 points and 3 games by over 100 points.
That is just awe-inspiring, isn't it?
They're doing some really good things and playing some really good footy as they work their way through.
Amazing what a premiership can do for your confidence the next season.
It pumps everybody up, doesn't it? So we go back in the middle with thanks to WorkSafe. 0-0 draw in the ruck, although a free kick's been found to Bradbury. Michael Bradbury kicks the ball long. Grenfell's on a good lead. Can't quite get there. Well done there at the back was Strosh. He was able to defend that one. As the ball now is in dispute and the umpire is going to ball it up. Bradbury looking for his teammate, but also their former Seymour teammates in the Golden Valley League. Bradbury and Grenfell. Grenfell in the ruck this time. Gets the ball hacked out. Great work, though, from the gully. Players milling around it. And this one's going to be a ball up about centre-half forward for Marong, because they lead at 4-2-26 to no score.
Will be almost sent straight over straight into the goal square, and in fact it'll go through for a behind. I think that was
Manly?
Manly with
Kyle
the
Manly,
shot.
yep.
Okay, we'll go with that. Manly kicks a behind, and the score goes to 4-3-27. And Maiden Gully yet to score.
My own personal scorecard. Yeah, gave 3 points for that behind. Sorry, everyone. Definitely only 1 point for a behind these days, just in case anyone thought the rules had changed. Yours truly included.
I was about to say these days. Goodness, when were they ever 3 points?
Great mark there, Brandon Dimmick. I reckon they tried something in a pre-season cup match,
Yeah,
where if you hit the post, it was worth 3. Great contest by Bradbury. Brings the ball to ground. Work done there by Josh Covington, as the ball then gets pushed over the boundary line.
Is that the same preseason competition where a goal from beyond 50 was 9 points?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I don't mind that. Don't mind that rule. Either rule. Tap out by Bradbury. Gets it to the back. Great work there as it goes through to Hatch for the Panthers. Hacks it inside, attacking 50. Oh, here we go. Here's going to be an opportunity.
Yeah,
Dribble kick.
goal.
Great goal. Noah McCaig. He gets on the board with his first of the afternoon. He's 5th of the season. And a nice little dribbler to get his scoring underway for the day. So he's first. We've got Grenfell with 3, Taylor with 1, and McCaig with 1. The 5 goal scorers.
And seeing they're getting a nice even spread of goal scorers too, not just relying on Grenfell.
It's something that I actually noticed that they have been doing all year. They're not just relying on Grenfell. They've actually got 3 or 4 that have kicked multiple goal scorers. And coming into today, they had 4 in the top 6 of the goal scorers for the competition.
Wast with the free kick launches it, but it's just a pack of Panthers. Oh, goodness gracious! I thought Fisher was going to have that, and he dropped it in the end. Ball will come out eventually towards Manly, and they're just working their way along the boundary side on the clubhouse end of the ground. Hatch, he goes inside the corridor.
Oh,
Turnover. That's a great effort. Miles with the Inspector Gadget hands reaching out there. That was a great effort. Almost Dustin Fletcher like the way he intercepted that.
That's exactly the way I was going to reference that one too. Just went thank you and just put a full stop on it.
Bradbury and Birch there with a draw on the ruck, and the umpire will call it again. Just a little tiny lull in this game, just a slight one. And eventually, in the middle of the ground, great defensive effort. Geez, that could have nearly been a free kick. I don't know if he actually got a handball away there.
It looked like he got something towards it.
Maybe a little lucky. So once again, we'll get a ball up here. Bradbury with the ruck. Did really, really well, but it was a good effort by Miles to try and just get the ball forward, try and get something positive going for the Eagles. Demick, he gets wrapped up in the tackle, and the umpire will call for a ball up, and we'll get a ball up right on the edge of the centre square on the outer side wing, with the scoreline currently reading 5-3-33, with the Eagles yet to score.
So Bradbury just throws his opponent out of the ruck, and the ball hits the ground. Play on the call from the umpire, and he just says, give it to me, as we're just about to tick into time on in the first quarter. As we're situated on the Brad's Bar wing, or pocket of Malone Park, on the outer side. As the ball goes forward, great work to Vanny. Nathan Devaney trying to find a way through. 1-2 with Bradbury. He's kicked it long inside attacking 50, and that is a great work. Grenfell on a good lead. Marks it 40 metres out, pretty much directly in front. Nathan Devaney with the nice little give and go with Bradbury heading up that one.
Looks like Lockett or Dunstall the way he just manhandled his opponent there. Just got him out of the way. It was great.
Well, he's going to kick from 45. Distance won't be a problem. Accuracy not a problem either. And Brandon Grenfell with his 4th on the afternoon inside the first 21 minutes. Within the first 21 minutes of this one.
And that score is now out to a 39-point margin, 6-3-39, with the Eagles yet to score, and 2 of those behinds came from rush behinds, so they haven't set a foot wrong so far in this game, the home team. And the locals are loving it. Close to where we live, there's about a line of kids just waiting to get high fives from players that they run to and from the bench. It's great to see.
I must admit that I do like that.
It is absolutely great to see. Ball comes out towards Dean, but again, just the Marong defense is just so smothering. And Will Gadsden did really, really well there, but he just cursing himself because he missed the opportunity there to get the ball effectively away, and as a result, the ball gets wrapped up and we'll get another ball up here. But it just goes to show the standards of how much they drive it here. They're up by 6 goals and you still have players cursing themselves for mistakes. And it is a free kick to Noden inside 50, but it'll be turnover. Hatch did really, really well. And now in the middle of the ground they'll go. Look at how they spread. Hatch really well with the follow-up, but it will be a turnover. Good effort by Dimesh, and in the middle of the corridor in neutral position, Greg did well to get that ball away eventually under a massive amount of pressure, and the umpire will eventually call for a ball up here. Not quite in the centre circle, but close to it.
So Grenfell's going into the ruck now with Bradbury off, who walked past us a moment ago. Free kick going, no, not free kick. Grenfell and looks like Birch having a bit of a cuddle in the middle. And so Birch jumps into Grenfell, and there's a free kick off the ball.
It'll be going the way of Grenfell.
Going the way of Grenfell. Too far out to score. He's just going to kick it forward. See who's there. Gets out the back. This is a good work by McCaig. It's Jack McCaig at the back. Just rolling on nicely, running into attacking 50. Ball gets over the back. And he goes, thank you very much for his 16th goal for the season.
And that is his first goal of the afternoon as well.
Well, both McCaigs are on the board now.
Scoreline now reads 7-3-45. We've just gone over the 22-minute mark of this quarter. With how many goals there's been in this one, might be a little while to go in this quarter yet.
Quite possibly.
A little bit of cloud cover just starting to come over just a little bit.
Yeah, it can stay away. It's right, we've got the fire nearby, so it's not too bad here, Casper.
It's not too bad, no. We're pretty lucky. It's pretty cushy. Heartland, he gets wrapped up in a tackle, and it's a good effort by Gadsden, but he gets wrapped up in a tackle as well. What can Hurst do? He can pick up the footy and he can feed a handball out. Goes backwards to go forward. Crisp in the corridor. Now they'll go Maiden Gully, but it's a turnover. And it's a great effort by Greg getting back in the defensive half of the ground. And Manly will go down the line and he'll find Hatch, I believe it is, on the outer side. Inside the corridor, he'll go with the kick. It's a little bit dangerous though, and it's a turnover. Can they do something positive here with the footy? Worsley, who eventually got the disposal of that wide sheet, so every single possession is just absolute massive pressure. And it must have been a free kick because that was definitely not a mark, but...
No, it was. He juggled it and caught it between his legs, so the umpire made the mark. One of those interesting ones. It's a catch in cricket as well.
It's Josh in the defensive pocket. Well, in fact, he'll get it here in the goal square. And they're just trying to see if the switch is on. It's a bit of a dangerous tick to McDonald, though, because it didn't get to him on the full, but he did really, really well. Eventually gets a ball to Murley, and Murley, down the line he'll go, and it's a good effort by Gadsden to get that ball out of bounds, led his opponent to it, did really, really well in the long sleeves.
So, centre wing, commentary side of Malone Park, with thanks to WorkSafe. Grenfell worries he's ruck out of it, gets the ball, kicks it forward, inside attacking 50-foot race, looking for Manly, and I think Reardon was there too. Ball's out in front of the WorkSafe scoreboard that sees Morong 7-3-45 leading Maiden Gully, no score. As we've ticked over about 24 minutes into this one. This first quarter, I'd say probably more like 25 or 26. As the Gully get this one out, find a way through. It's with Worsley. He's handballing back, just a lot of pressure on the ball. Handball over the top. Can they keep it in? No, they can't. Probably a good result for Gully because then they can set up their clearance work and see if they can get something there. As Ben Gregg comes back onto the ground for Morong. I'll let you try and get this one clear for us, Casper.
Appreciate it, mate. Grenfell, was he held? Umpire said no. But it will be eventually a shot on goal regardless, because it's a great effort and it's a great goal. Devaney did really, really well. And it's another major on the board. They have 8 and they've cracked the 50, 25 and a half minutes into the game. And that is his first of the game, Devaney, I believe.
Yeah, Nathan Devaney's first.
Devaney, pardon me.
No, that's okay. I was told a little bit earlier today that I need to make sure I got that name right with the pronunciation. Nathan Devaney gets his first for the year. He's 13th for the season. At this point, got some inside word on Nathan a bit earlier. As Bradbury gets this one, Wust absolutely gang tackled by Bradbury after the ruck contest with Crooks. So Bradbury and Crooks going again. Put that one down for Crooks, although it's been sharked by the Panthers. They're going to find a way through. Great work, McCaig. He's got a lead coming, but can't quite hit that one up there. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. And again, that was, I think, Devaney that was out on the lead there. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark. As he wanders back inside, attacking 50. And the ball's going to be thrown in outside, attacking 50.
Ball in from the umpire. In neutral territory. It was an effort by Davis to go in and get the ball, and he spins around, pirouettes, and that was beautiful. Ben Gregg it was, gets it out to Hatch, did really, really well. Inside 50, he'll go with the kick. Big pack flies, nearly a mark. Oh, geez, Grenfell, he just swings on the right and he kicks it to the goal square, and it's a mark. Robbins kicks the goal. And that is just magnificent from Grenfell, the way he spun around. And I tell you what, if there was no one on the goal line, I reckon that would have gone through for a goal. But doubt Morong would care. They get another one on the board.
Yeah, great work. Grenfell, I reckon he was almost tempted to claim that mark.
Robbins, that is his first, pardon me.
Yeah, Robbins is first. I think Grenfell was trying to claim the mark, but threw it on the boot. Found a way forward, and Robbins worried his opponent out of it and was able to take the grab. Robbins now up to 30 goals for the season. He's third in the league. So we've got 30 from Robbins. You've got 53 from Grenfell. As Gully go forward. Bit of a falcon there on Willocks. Great work, Gadsden. That's Will Gadsden. He's going to get it back here out in front of Wust. Will Gadsden just stops and props in front of the trees there.
That's a great kick.
Shepherd, the bowling club, finds a kick back to Trent Fisher. Fisher now has McCaig running down the wing. Well, he's gone in front of him, finds Robbins. Robbins just tries to hack it on. Great work by Sabina to try and keep it in this way, that away, gets a turnaround. Great work and great job there, Hamish McCartney, who's going to take the mark. work the ball inside attacking, inside the centre square for Ryan Jackson for the Gully, and they're away through Noden.
Noden gets wrapped up, ball turnover, in fact, and it's Gadsden. He'll just take it away. He's been really, really good so far in this game. Dare I say, probably one of the top 3 players so far in this one. And the ball front, it's great to Gretix, and then out towards Taylor. Props one way, then the other inside. The corridor will go with the kick. Eventually, the ball will work its way out to the outer side wing. And it's just a hack towards the goal square, and it's gone through for a behind. Couldn't quite make out who that was with the flying shot on goal, but it is a behind on the board. 9-4-58, yet to score Maiden Gully.
So, tick over 30 minutes played in the first quarters. This one's going to be turned over. Coming out of fullback, handball coming in from Greg. That's Corey Gregg. Turn on the body. Devaney can't quite bend it back enough. 9-5-59. The score. Be interesting to hear the quarter time chat of Marong and see what their thought processes are in regards to this game. And also Maiden Gully, and see what they think in regards to it and where they're at. As this ball out of fullback, McCaig finds Ben Gregg. Chain of handballs, finds a way back to Jack McCaig, who started it all. And great work there coming through. Corey Gregg gets a snap on the goal, and the umpire is going to salute with 2 fingers and say there is the 10th of the first quarter to Corey Gregg, the captain. And his first goal for the afternoon.
Great effort. I thought he's had a great game so far, Corey Gregg. They all have, let's be honest, but it's been a great effort from him in particular. Got them started really, really early there. With his first, their latest, go to 10-5-65, yet to score Maiden Gully, 31 minutes gone in the first quarter here.
I would say there can't be long left, but 15 scoring shots.
Well, there you go. How about that for timing?
How about that one?
Quarter time, 31 minutes and 19 seconds gone in that quarter, and that was enough for the locals to get out to a 10 goals 5-65 to nothing lead. It's been an absolute quarter of domination. MVD, if you were the Maiden Gully coach, what on earth would you be saying?
Well, they need to try and get the ball forward of centre at this point in time. It's been a bit of a tough one for them at this point. The Eagles have been trying and doing a lot of work behind the ball, but you've got to try and get the ball inside attacking 50. They've got it in there a couple of times, but their disposal going inside attacking 50 is probably what's letting them down at this point in time. So an interesting start to this one. It's Grenfell with 4 goals. Riley Taylor, Jack and Noah McCaig with 1. Nathan Devaney, Kane Robbins and Corey Gregg also with 1. As we say, that quarter was thanks to WorkSafe, helping you stay safe at work so you can support the club that you love. We're going to take a quick break, Casper, and come back on the other side with second quarter action from Malone Park here in Marong. Stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Malone Park in Morong. It's Michael Van Dorsen, Casper McLeod for your AFL Victoria WorkSafe Community or Country Club game. And it is WorkSafe supporting country footy since 2002. And what an amazing first quarter we have seen. It was the Morong Panthers leading the way there, 10-5-65 to no score at the quarter-time break. Casper McLeod, as we get things underway for the first for second quarter action, was quite a very interesting quarter-time address from both coaches in that respect. What did you hear over at Morong?
Well, it was interesting there, obviously. When you kick 10 goals to none in a quarter, there's not a lot that the coach can complain about. One thing he did stress that he wanted to see improvement on was the front half pressure. So he said it doesn't matter if the ball's 100 metres away from you. If it's deep in their defensive 50, press up right up against them, because all they're going to see coming out is just going to see Panther jumpers. And in the middle of the ground, they'll go, I'll get to you in a second with the Maiden Gully quarter-time address, because the ball has found its way into the arms of Grenfell, and he'll get a shot on goal for goal number 5. And I sure hope he's not thinking of going around the corner.
I think he is.
Oh, always risky this far out. He goes around the corner, and he has just missed to the near side. That's his first blemish of the afternoon. They go to 10-6-66. About a minute into the second quarter, if you could believe it, yet to score Maiden Gully. How about the Maiden Gully quarter-time address, MVD?
Yeah, Jay McDonald was imploring his team as we see him take the ball out. He's got, as he said, he's got 1 on 4, and that is back through for a rush behind. So 10-7-67. He was saying just that. He's like, I don't want to put unnecessary pressure on my team when they're going to be a 1 on 4. So he's like, let's try and find some spaces at this point in time to try and find a way to get this out of defensive 50. And he's done just that, finding Hamish McCartney outside defensive 50. McCartney now, the kick was between two Eagles, and they left it for each other. Found a way through to Jimmy Gadsden. And a great kick by Gadsden. He's found Riley Taylor on a long lead. He's going to go inside and find a teammate there in Kyle Manley. And Kyle Manley says, I'll take this one, as he picks up some grass and throws it in the air as he walks back. No, he just implored his teammates just show some pride, show some guts, and just make sure that they're putting as many bodies between them and the ball as possible. As this ball is drifted to the far side from where Manly was kicking, the near side for us. It's 10-8-68. There you go. The Eagles yet to get on the score sheet.
They'll be kicked in by McDonald. Good kick and a good mark to Miles. He'll bring the ball inside the corridor with that kick. And to West, thank you. So out to the outer side wing, he'll go with the kick. Oh, geez, that needed to be marked by Noden. And instead he just fumbled it. And it's that pressure, even if it's not there, it's the perceived pressure. It's a perception that there's a Panther player there ready to tackle you, and that would have been, he would have taken that mark 9 times out of 10, I reckon, in any other situation.
It's interesting, McDonald said that even if their kicks, like the Morong kicks, are only 5% off, they're in the game. And he's 100% right. Once the ball hits the ground, the Eagles players are all over it. It's the fact that Morong's kick skills, or their skills like the kicking, handballing, just seems to be that 5-10% better than what Maiden Gully is at the moment, that sees them the way they're going at this point in time. But they're going to get an opportunity at some point, and they just need to make sure that they take it and get that pressure on the ball, which they're doing quite well here as we see the ball go forward. And this is Hatch trying to dance around an opponent. Can't quite. Greg, that's Corey Gregg, beset upon by 3 Eagles. What's that saying? You know, it's Pride of Lions, or beset upon by Pride of Lions. What would
Pride.
Swarm of Eagles? Not quite Swarm of Eagles, is it?
No.
Anyway.
Maybe we'll Google that at halftime.
Yep. As the Panthers going to come away with it again. This is Jimmy Gadsden. with a kick forward. But Bradbury found a way forward. The 220s going at it with Bradbury and McDonald.
Okay.
And the kick has gone all the way down. And they're going to find another quick kick in. As good fly there, but gets out the back. Grenfell going to try and find a way through. Although kick from is found Magnuson. And then it's going to be Burns to get it out of defensive 50 for the Eagles.
And they will eventually get inside their forward half of the ground. Gadsden did well to put pressure on the kick, but nevertheless they will get the ball made in Gully. Deep inside 50. Can they find a target with this kick or get out the back? And it's great defensive effort by Jack McCaig to get back. And a phenomenal kick out to the wing, and it'll be Corey Gregg. Kick down the line, good kick, and it'll come to Reardon. Kick on the lead is a little bit of a tricky ball to mark there for Robbins. Did well with the defensive effort, and he instead wraps the ball up, so we'll get a ball up here. One thing I noticed in the first quarter as well, if you're made in Gully, problem is that when they're defending so much up off the ground and they get that ball and they want to go quick, there's no one inside the forward half of the ground for them to kick to.
Exactly, as Crooks wins that one and then gets tackled by Bradbury and others. There's ball right in front of us here in front of the Brad's Bar. It's getting fuller by the minute as well. So we'll see how that goes. We thank the crew at Brad's Bar as well for giving us a bottle of water earlier.
Very kind of them.
Very nice. This is Noah McCaig trying to find a way through. Tackled there, Edward Crisp. And the ball's been brought down with Crisp's fingers all over it. Getting up there, Jonty Davis, one of the two inclusions for Morong today. Gretrix, the other one. There's the ball hacked forward. Which way is it going to bounce? And it's gone. Maiden Gully. Just great tackle there on Burns. Magnuson on all hands and knees. They're trying to find a way out. You've got to blow the whistle here.
They had the outnumber there, Maiden Gully. They had the outnumber.
Yep, that they did. The umpire's just letting this go and letting it go. Robbins gets the tap after the bounce.
Now, you know what? I like it coming from watching AFL football where the umpire blows the whistle a bit too much. I kind of like it. The fact that they're just kind of letting it go, letting the players sort it out a little bit.
Toe poke by Robbins, finds his teammate there in Manly, and Manly's ball is going to be out of bounds. Is it out of bounds on the full or throw in, says the field umpire. Must have pitched right on the point of the chalk.
I thought the goal umpire there indicated that it went out of bounds on the full, but maybe I'm seeing things. Oh, Grenfell just grabs it out of the ruck and has the shot on goal, but it will fall short here. He looks a little bit like Tom Hawkins in last year's AFL Grand Final, the way he's just grabbing the ball out of the ruck. Just absolutely dominant all over the ground, and it's a great kick, and he finds McCartney. Unsure of where to go because he looks up, and exactly what the coach was talking about in that quarter-time address. Just looking up and just seeing a bunch of Panthers players. Did really well, McDonald, with the fake, and he goes down the line, and it was an attempted jogger mark by Jackson, and instead ball goes, in fact it sailed out of bounds on the full. So it'll be brought back into the field of play, and it's a good grab by Lee.
Yeah.
Teammate in front of him nearly spoiled him, but did well to leave it. Grenfell's got a 2-on-1 here. Looked like he was going to absolutely crash that pack. McCaig, no, McCaig it was. He led everyone to the ball. Eventually it will come out to Devaney. And the Eagles will get the clearing kick out towards the boundary line, and it'll come dribbling out just past the interchange bench for Morong. So we'll get a ball in here.
Right in front of us.
Right in front of us.
And the fire that's kicked off behind us.
Oh. Wish more grounds had an open fire pit. That would be nice.
So Bradbury gets the tap. Wust gets the rove. And they're through. Devaney gets a good kick. Great kick out in front of Robbins. And what a mark that is. Kane Robbins marks it very comfortably, like a slips catch, diving down. Travis Head could have done that last night. Would have been a lot better, thank you very much. when he dropped, who was it? Harry Brook down at third man.
I'll be honest, I was watching the Swans listed Lions.
Yes, I thought you might be, as a Swans man. So Kane Robbins to kick from the paint of 50. He's already got one this afternoon, going for number 2 in the first of the quarter. So Robbins fires a goal. The umpire has not moved. And a great goal there, Kane Robbins, as he gets the first 10 minutes into the second quarter.
And you'll be able to tell me this MVD, is that his first or his second?
Second goal.
That's his second goal.
On the afternoon. Kicked one at the 29-minute mark of the first. And now one of the 10-minute mark of the second.
11-8-74. They are on track here to eclipse the score that they had in round 1 when they kicked 19-13, 127. The Panthers, been a great performance from them. Out the back here, it'll come to Devaney. Good kick and a good mark on the lead to Noah McCaig. It was a fumble, but the ball still comes in the direction of Grenfell. I reckon he was almost 3 players deep there, and he still managed to take the grab. It was incredible. What a mark.
He just bullied his way through.
He did. It was like a steam train.
Waited, and then just went.
I tell you what, I know I watched Tex Walker kick 10 last week, but I think this is possibly the most dominant performance by a forward this season that I have seen in any competition. And this here is absolutely gun barrel straight. He has his 5th. And they go to 12-8-80 with Maiden Gully yet to score. And if he didn't go around the corner, I reckon he would have had 6.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. He had a shot from where he kicked that one around the corner and it faded late, so probably felt a bit more comfortable with it. How about this? Just for some random stats for you. I did some research, was doing some research. Brandon Grenfell, he played up in the Northern Territory Football League in our summer. Played for Nightcliff, I do believe. Kicked 15 goals in 15 games up there. He's kicked this is his 33rd game. That is his 47th goal for Marong.
Jeez.
So I'll let you do the math at home in regards to how many goals a game he is good for. As this one, great tackle by Damien Wust. He's really trying to put the pressure on there for the Eagles.
It could have been holding the ball.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Could have been. As the umpire's moving the players off what it looks like the centre wicket. Bradbury gets the tap down. Great work by Jimmy Gadsden. Wheels around, kicks it out in front of Davis in the blue wheels. He picks it up. And as he kicks inside, attacking 50, Grenfell has been taken high, has he? Play on, says the umpire. As the Eagles going to come away with it through Jay McDonald, the coach, trying to find a teammate up forward. Is that Jackson coming out full ball? I reckon it was almost over the shoulder. I mean, I know he's kicked 5 goals, 1, but still.
I want to stress that it's not like we want him to kick a bag of goals, but for umpire, for crying out loud, if the free kick is there, you got to pay it, surely.
Nah, it's all good. They're doing a good job out there. As Bradbury goes to take that one out of the ruck, but it's found a way through to Corey Gregg. Gregg with another inside 50, but McDonald will take this one and relieve for Maiden Gully.
Switches on, so McDonald will go across defensive 50 to Murley. Looks up, and it's just there's almost no one to go to, so he'll go back and he'll try switch into the other side. It's just a great full ground defensive effort here from the Panthers. Makes it extremely difficult for any outlet kick, and it'll be a turnover here from Sicardi. And it will be another forward 50 entry here for the Panthers. It's a shame we're not keeping that stat because it'll be really interesting to see how much they're leading that by as Riordan slides in and takes the mark. And if he kicks it, it'll be their 13th. And we are how much into the quarter we're at? 15
minutes. Well, the 15th minute.
The 15th minute here. just that pressure is just absolutely incredible. As Reardon comes in, kick is on his way, and he was celebrating the moment it left the boot. They have 13-886, and the Eagles yet to score.
Matt Reardon's first on the afternoon, 23rd for the season. As what we got? So I'm going to try and count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goal kickers for Marong Panthers. It's one thing they do really well. They do, we've spoken about Grenfell. He kicked 8 last game. They didn't play last week because of the King's birthday general bye. He's kicked 11. He kicks a bag, but at the same time, there's others around that are actually kicking goals as well. As coming off the forward part there was Gadsden. That's Jimmy Gadsden. Got a handball to Greg, who's found a teammate. Is that Reardon inside attacking 50? Hasn't got all the way. Great work by McDonald for the Eagles. He's got it back, although he's bouncing off one, got too high, and he's going to win a free kick. And the Eagles are going to come away with it on the outer wing from where we are, the clubhouse side of Marong's football ground, Malone Park. And it's been switched back to find Tyler Miles. Miles finds a way to Joel Burns in the long sleeves. Not the greatest of kicks, but it might work out there. Mitch Dean. Here we go. Lockie Sabina. Handball back to Burns. Burns with a chipping ball back and finds Dean as they're raffling it between each other at the moment. Back into the centre, finding a way through to Corey Walsh.
Walsh, the kick to him was a little bit dangerous. He did well there to take that contested mark in the end, and it's Covington. And the ball's just out wide. They're just trying all these different angles to see if they can poke a hole through this defense.
That's exactly what they're trying to do.
And at the moment it is Noden.
McCartney,
in fact it is.
Sorry.
Just playing a patient game here. Maiden Gully, because Marong's floated all the way back.
Oh.
And they had a player out on the lead, and they overcooked it by about 3 meters, I reckon, Reed. And the ball in the middle of the ground now finds its way to Bradbury. And they'll get an inside 50 entry here. The Panthers, Grenfell, one-on-one. Ball will get out the back. It's a one-on-one race. It's a foot race. Who will get there? The boundary line will beat everyone to it. And Sadaki did really, really well there to get the ball out of bounds.
I think it was Caleb Flood leading into the hole down there for Maiden Gully.
He looks like he's injured himself a little bit. Is this him coming off here?
Not too sure.
So I reckon...
Tap down for the Panthers as we'll have a look up the other end. This found its way through to Davis. Jonty Davis.
I reckon
the blue boots.
I reckon it's Flood who's just come off a little bit ginger after that. I thought he pulled up a little bit sore.
So Davis to try and add his name to the goal scoring list. Only kicked the 1 goal for the season in the seniors. As he comes in, 48 metres, gets a good piece of it, hasn't got it all the way. Great mark at the end.
McCaig.
Jack McCaig.
Excuse me. Great effort.
Takes a good grab. And he's going to make sure of it. As they're going to kick this one to the netball courts.
Wasting no time.
And that's it. And just puts it straight through the middle. As Jack McCaig kicks his second goal of the afternoon. And in the 19th minute of the second quarter, they go to 14-8-92 to a 0 score for Maiden Gully.
It is quite an incredible scoreline. We're 19 minutes into the second quarter. It's been tough. It's been a tough afternoon for the Eagles, but I think I've got to give credit to McDonald. I think it's been pretty good in defence for them, all things considered, with how much the Panthers forward line has just absolutely dominated. I thought he's done pretty well. And eventually they will get the ball out of the middle. Burns. Oh, gee, there was a fresh airy. Keneally couldn't quite make contact with the footy. Fading one way, then the other. Lee did really, really well to find a target inside the corridor there. Gadsden, Jimmy.
He's done really well, Jimmy Gadsden, today.
He has, and that's a beautiful kick out to McCaig, and it's Noah McCaig. And inside the 50, right on the edge of 50, he'll go.
Gretrix.
On the lead. Oh, that's a good mark getting back in the hole there. Covington did really, really well. It's a dangerous and scary position to be in when you're going back with the flight. And you've got one forward coming behind you and you've got a forward in front of you. He did really well there. Fade one way, then the other. It was a good effort by McDonald to get the ball out wide. And see, and that's what I mean. It's being cool, calm, and collected with his skill levels, McDonald. With the kick, attempted mark. He's built that one, McDonald, and it will be Gretrix who will center the ball to the tip of the goal square. They should have the number here, the Eagles. Oh, geez, is that a mark?
It is a mark,
That's a phenomenal grab. How did he do that, Reardon?
Matty Reardon.
How on earth did he do that?
Oh, I think he just went up and said, sandwich between two. Yeah, I can take the meat out of the sandwich.
Geez, and if you're the coach for Maiden Gully, that would absolutely tear your hair out.
Yeah, Jay McDonald would be very disappointed with that. Two of them there.
So Reardon to go back here. He's kicked one this quarter. This for his second of the game and of the quarter. And the kick is gun barrel straight. And the lead stretches to 15-8-98. Maiden Gully yet to score. And the procession continues, unfortunately, here for the visitors.
So it took them a while to figure out which way the wind was going down this netball court end or town end of Malone Park, because they kicked 3 behinds in a row after quarter time, but then they've gone bang, 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 bang. That's 5 goals in succession for the Panthers. But it's going to be grand full in the ruck with thanks to WorkSafe, supporting country footy since 2002. And the ball is wrapped back up. We're going to get another ball up. As probably try and get a few of these reads out while I can. And for over 20 years, WorkSafe Victoria has been supporting local football and netball clubs in rural and regional communities around the state. WorkSafe recognises that these clubs are the heartbeats of their communities, where kids grow up, families connect, and mates catch up and memories are made.
Here's an opportunity for Maiden Gully, but short-lived, and it'll be a free kick going the way of the Panthers here. And watch just how methodically they move the ball out of their defensive 50.
I'd hate to be a Panthers backman. I wouldn't get in the best any time at any point of the year.
Gadsden. I reckon he's been pretty good, actually, to be fair. Gadsden, I reckon he's been one of their best.
Jimmy or Will?
Will. So
well, there's Jimmy getting a great hands off to Davis.
Inside 50, the kick will go. And it's a great lead, and it's a fantastic mark to Taylor. That ball movement is absolute poetry in motion.
See, I was actually thinking that Jimmy Gadsden being the better of the two Gadsdens, to be perfectly honest.
I think they've both been pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah. No. Gives them a bit of a nightmare at the selection table of who's going to be, see what we do with best on ground.
Robbins. Shot on the way. Umpire's moving a bit, and it's go through 4-8 behind. So the margin now 15-9-99, yet to score Maiden Gully. I'm curious, which McCaig do you think has been better so far today? Jack, you reckon?
Wait, who's off? I don't want to say too much too loudly. That's why I'm also saying that Ben Gregg's been the better Greg out there too.
Fair point.
So the Eagles going to chip their way through. Strosh, who's got some praises being sought of him at quarter time. McCartney, good kick, finds Burns. This is looking good by the Eagles. Burns got a teammate up ahead. And great work, finds Murley. Murley goes back inboard.
Kick.
Good kick, yeah, very much so. Finds the coach in McDonald. McDonald's got blokes pointing at him all over the place. He'll probably come back to Burns if he wants to, but he wants to take the game on and go left foot and kick for the far side, and that is a good kick, finding Crisp. I almost say it was a crisp kick, Casper. As
Very
this
good.
ball comes down the wing, just turning the wrong side for us, but finding it now, Mitch Dean.
Ooh.
Not the greatest of kicks, hung up in the air far too long. Will Gadsden with the fist coming through. That probably illustrates your point a lot better. There's ball up right in front of the Morong Football Netball Club grandstand, or the club rooms. Good crowd here at Malone Park for your Saturday afternoon Loddon Valley Football Netball League. As the Panthers come forward again, worried out of it. Davis, though, picks it up. He's going to snap around the body, try and find Grenfield on the lead. He goes. Great mark. Took it at the highest point. And Brandon Grenfield has got another kick, 20 metres out, 45-degree angle.
You see, who am I to tell a forward how to take a mark? But that's how you take a grab. I saw Joey Danaher last night go up for a mark, and he tried to chest mark it, and he dropped it. What are you doing? Take the hands out like that, exactly what Grenfell did there.
So Grenfell, right foot kick. Kicks it straight into the top of the net. And that is his 6th on the afternoon. 6 goals, 1. 26 minutes into the second half. Second quarter.
It feels a little bit like a half with that scoreline, I tell you what. But goodness gracious me, Grenfell, he is on track to easily beat the 8 goals that he kicked against the Eagles in round 1, and they've cracked the ton. So far, it's 16-9-105. Maiden Gully yet to score back in the middle of the ground. They'll go Bradbury with the tap. The ball will come out wide. It was Murley who led everyone to it, but it'll be Hatch who will escort it out of bounds. I think this will be pleasing their coach the most. It's, they're 105 points up. It's late in the first half, and yet it could have been so easy for them to just kind of allow Murley to get that ball, but did well to pressure him, and we get a ball in as a result. Bradbury. Here's an opportunity. Wust did really, really well. Just launch it as inside 50. Best opportunity they've had all day probably, and unfortunately the boundary line beats them to it. They did have Crooks out the back. Could have taken, if the ball was just, I don't know, if it hung in the air probably a little bit longer, probably could have tried and take a big pack mark, but it will be a ball in here. And thankfully they didn't hit my car.
Yep. We won't mention which one it is out on the coverage.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you not doxing me. Thank you.
As Willocks versus Flood in the ruck. Wust picks that one up. No, he doesn't. He's going to make the tackle there, though. Good tackle mid-air. Brought the play to ground nicely. And another ball up. Creeping outside 50. It's going to be Willocks again in the ruck. Puts his hand up. Flood gets that tap down. Great kick out of that by Noden. Noden's ball is led to by the Panthers. The Panthers look like they're going to try and get away with this one. They have, although free kick downfield, and it's going to be a Panther ball. And it's Jack McCaig getting the ball inside, attacking 50. That's close to being a free kick as well. Noah McCaig dancing around. Great work. Good work there by Lockie Lee. And chain of handballs ending up with Taylor. That wasn't the greatest step. Opposite.
Don't know who that was to.
As Wust picks it up for the Eagles. Sakade kicks it down the wing. And that is half-time just as Dimmick takes the mark. And that is, as I said, half-time, ladies and gentlemen. It is only a 28-minute quarter. What's going on there?
The scoring's dried up there, MVD. Scoring has absolutely dried up there. From my account, they only kicked 6 goals in that quarter, as opposed to the 10 they kicked in the first one. But it's been an absolute dominant second half. So I'm wondering, if you're Morong, how do you go about approaching the second half? Because you need as much percentage as possible. Don't want to get injuries.
Do you really?
Well, I mean, look, right? Anything.
What you said off the top. What's the percentage differential between first and second going into today?
About 380, roughly.
They don't need any more percent. They don't need
what,
any more percent.
so what do you do? Do you rest? Do you rest key players because you don't want to lose anyone long term? You don't want anyone to get suspended. What do you tell the players? Because momentum is the thing you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, 100%. Momentum's the thing you don't want to mess with. You want to make sure that they get what they need to do. They need to do the processes, and I think that's what they're going to be focusing on.
Yep.
The Panthers, they're going to be focusing on the processes across the afternoon and trying to make sure that they get that as well. So I reckon we're going to see more of the same come the second half here at Malone Park, and I look forward to seeing as the goal umpires wave it off and say, yep, that is correct. So I look forward to seeing more action coming from Malone Park in just a few moments' time. The Panthers 16-9-105. The Maiden Gully Eagles yet to score.
Do you want to do goal kickers?
Yeah, we might as well do some goal kickers. What do you reckon? I've got all right, Brandon Grenfield, 6 goals, 1 on the afternoon to half-time. We have Matt Reardon with 2, Jack McCaig with 2, Kane Robbins also with 2, while singles to Riley Taylor, Noah McCaig, Nathan Devaney, Corey Gregg, and I think that's it. That's all we have at this point in time. We're going to take a break. Casper, go and sample some of the lovely food that's on offer, and see what things are like. With thanks to WorkSafe, ladies and gentlemen, who are supporting country footy since 2002, is the WorkSafe Country Club game. Stick around, we've got second half action on the other side of this. 1, 2.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Malone Park here in the Loddon Valley Football Netball League. It is the WorkSafe Country Club game, and with thanks to WorkSafe, you are watching the Marong Panthers take on the Maiden Gully YCW Eagles. Michael Van Dorsa, and with me in commentary is Casper McLeod. And Casper, looking forward to an interesting second half of action.
Should be an interesting second half indeed, MVD. Just hoping that, hopefully we get a more competitive half of football from the Eagles. I don't think they've been terrible, to be fair. I just think that the Panthers have just been that brilliant at what they've done. No, it should be interesting. Will Grenfell get 10?
Well, talking to the pundits in the kiosk and all that, they're like, oh, how many's he got? What do we reckon we could get to? And even doesn't sounds nice, is what they said. So as we are about to get things underway, and it's Bradbury and Crooks in the ruck in the middle of the ground. There's a bit of a how-to-do between two or three players. McDonald's in there, the coach of the Eagles. And McDonald's won himself a free kick, and he's going to go forward here for the Maiden Gully. Great work there, Dimmick on a strong lead outside 50, as they're going to have to come back.
Oh.
Did that go through? I didn't see.
No, they were out.
The Eagles were out.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It was a good mark to Dean. It didn't count, unfortunately.
No, had to go over the mark. So Dimmick will reload from 52. Called to play on. Dimmick takes a bit off it. Play it all on his lonesome.
Oh.
Good mark there. How he got out the back, I have no idea. But that is going to infuriate the coaching staff of the Panthers. And Corey Walsh has the mark tied up against the boundary line. And Corey is one of the vice captains for Maiden Gully. He's kicked 4 goals for the season. Right foot kick swings away, and it might be a mark at the other side. No, it's not. Playing on the call. Kick out of the pack. Great work there. Rushed through by Brody Hartland. And the first score for Maiden Gully is a behind in the first minute of the second half.
Indeed, it takes their score to 1 behind. They trail by 104 points. And it'll be a 1-2 that will take the Panthers out of defensive 50. Want to get out of there as quickly as possible. And now to the edge of 50, Reardon. Ball went over the top of his head. And then he got it to the terrible bounce. Strauss did really well. And now under a massive amount of pressure. Ball turned over. McCaig with the flying shot on goal. It will fall just short. And it goes through for a behind.
Hit the post.
It did hit the post, and it'll go through for a point. Takes it to 16-10, 106, leading one behind early stages of the third quarter.
So, ball coming out, Maiden Gully. Strosh tried hard all day. Looks like he's been moved up to centre half back to get off Grenfell. They've changed it around down there to see what happens, and the ball is out. Centre wing, clubhouse side of the Malone Park.
I like that. Try something different.
Yeah, you've got to. I mean, he's kicked 6 on half time, Grenfell, so you've got to try something different. I mean, I don't think a lot of it's been Strosh's doing because he's been contesting a lot. He's brought the ball to ground a fair bit too, but as the Eagles are going to come forward, great work there. Good, got a bit of separation, did Dimmick. He's got the handball out in front of Miles. The ball pitches and just is not working for Maiden Gully at all. Great work working through there. Comes through to Keneally. Keneally can't get past Ben Gregg though for Morong. Oh, great work. Wust just breaks it up. Wust just doesn't lower the eyes, and it's a good mark there in defence by Morong.
Fisher it was, I think.
Yeah, Will Gadsden now picks it up. Handballs to Ben Gregg. Gregg finding Heartland. Heartland with a big sinking slipper and working his way through there is Reardon, who reads the play really well. Devaney off with Thatch. And that is found. Grenfell out on a strong lead. A couple of grabs there out in the WorkSafe scoreboard.
That was a great kick by Hatch. Just kicked it straight, in space for Grenfell to lead up into. think it's been one of their best players today, probably.
Hatch. Tucker Hatch there. So Brandon Grenfell. Right foot kick, drop punt, looks good. Looks very good. The umpire says, yes, indeed, Brandon Grenfell, you have 7 goals. And he has kicked that in the 4th minute of the third quarter. Brandon Grenfell there. 7 goals, 1 on the afternoon. 1 more, and he's kicked 250 for Morong. There you go.
That is quite the stat. And he's played 33 games for them?
This is his 33rd game, yeah.
That's insane. Absolute craziness. And the margin now out to 111 points, 17-10, 112 to 1 behind. Unfortunately, that ended a really, really, really positive period for the Eagles. They will get a free kick here. Crooks was tackled without the ball. They'll come out towards the broadcast side of the ground, and they'll find McDonald. Bit of a dangerous kick, but it will work. It might get out the back, and it does. Great effort from Dean. But then just the pressure in defence from the Panthers is phenomenal. And Hatch gets the kick away, and the ball gets absolutely thumped by McCartney.
Goes into Brad's bar. Out here on the wing.
Thankfully, it doesn't hit anyone's car, nor does it hit anyone holding a drink.
Now, what do you go for? The ball, or do you go for hold the drink?
Oh,
got to hold the drink.
Got to hold him to the drink, surely.
That's it. Although I don't know if it hasn't hit anyone's car because there's people going around to inspect it, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what, glad that my car's not parked around there, that's for sure. As the kick will find its way down the wing. Did well, Taylor. Launch inside 50. Grenfell, 1-on-1. And a good defensive effort in the marking contest. I reckon that was Magnuson.
Yeah, Jaden Magnuson.
Did really well there.
The player that's gone on to Grenfell. There's more people coming around this fire. We get more friends over here, Caspar.
Oh, do not blame them. It has got in about, I reckon, 10 degrees colder.
Ball gets out the back with no one taking it. Crooks gets a handball and finds Wust. Wust working hard with Flood. The Eagles trying to work their way out. That's not a great kick, although he finds a teammate there in Miles who has worked it out. There's no extra lead up. They've got 1 lead up, and then there's no second or third option. So Miles is going to have to go back and find Sakade. Sakade again chipping the ball back, and we're back at the full back line.
and see if you're a Marong player, you're happy to let them do this all day, just chip it back and forth across defensive 50, because eventually the ball's going to get turned over.
Like it has there with down the full.
There. Inside 50, in fact, it's gone to the tip of the goal square. They got out the back. It might be a goal.
No, front on contact.
Oh, geez, I reckon that was just about to sail through, but it was a free kick on the goal line. I reckon that's the correct decision.
We saw that the first time that was paid in, what game was it last week?
Oh, the Port Dogs game.
Yeah.
Geez, Dogs
and
fans.
It was very similar to that one.
It is very rare for that to get paid, to be fair.
Gretrix has taken a mark there and a very quick kick into attacking 50. And he's found one of the smallest players on the team. Is that Jimmy Getson?
I reckon it might be. If he just turns his back towards us.
Yeah, can't even ask the bench because they don't even know. And then there's players in between.
I reckon that
Jimmy Getson it is. Got confirmation there, thanks to Harry Baker for helping out that one. Smallest player on the field. Gadsden lining up for his 6th goal on the season. Jimmy Gadsden lets a flying shot on goal, and that's pushed away to the near side for us, or the far side for him, and through for a minor score. So 1-1-2 is the margin. 113 plays one behind. Chipping ball into the pocket from the Eagles. And the Eagles are just trying to work their way through. Strauch. Oh, good shift indeed. It has been from Marong, as you probably heard in the effects, Mike. Strauch trying to find his teammate again. Right on the last line of defence, Casper.
And that was just a mark. I reckon that's Jackson on the last line of defence. That was just a grab. Reckon that was about 6 millimetres above the ground. But they do work it out here, the Eagles. But the pressure, but Devaney did really well, unfortunately.
Mark it!
On the full.
Oh.
Jeez, we nearly marked that there. Thought he was kicking it to us for a second. And the ball will be brought in by Walsh, who will find McCaig, and in the middle of the ground, he'll go, and the switch is on through Willox, excuse me. Out wide, he'll go with the kick, and it will find Gadsden, Will Gadsden. A little bit of a debate about which Gadsden's been better between the two of us, MVD.
I'm sticking with Jimmy.
Yeah, I reckon it's a 50-50 call. They've both been very good. The umpire will ball the ball up here.
Yeah. Bit disappointed with the boys behind us, I think, though, Casper. They should have taken that mark, played on, done everything they needed to.
When you get the opportunity to go, you got to go.
Exactly. Like, don't just kick it away. There's this one from Noah McCaig. Good kick up. Finds Grenfell, who brings it to ground. Great work. Jimmy Gadsden on the ball again. Which way is he going to go? He's gone with the drop punt and finds the teammate there, and Riley Taylor. Taylor, though, plays on quickly again. Grenfell.
Oh, yep.
Gets the mark. And Taylor, on an acute angle, sized it back up and said, no, I don't think I'm going to get there. Grenfell is standing in a nice spot to kick his 8th and his 250th goal for Marong.
This also equal the amount of goals he kicked in round 1.
So Grenfell shouldn't miss from there and doesn't. And kicks it straight through the middle. That is his 250th goal for the Marong Football Club in his 33rd match. I've got to work that out. 250 divided by 33. He's averaging 7.5 goals a game, for those that are interested. And that is 11 minutes in, and it is a 118-point margin the way of the Panthers.
Tell you what, the West Coast Eagles could use him at the moment.
Well, I mean, we've just had the mid-season draft, haven't we? What do you reckon?
I reckon a few clubs probably missed out on an opportunity to get a genuine great forward. But who knows? Would not surprise me if he ends up on an AFL list one of these days. Margin now at a mind-boggling 118 points. Could it crack the 150 MVD?
Possibly.
Do you think it will?
Not sure. We'll see how we go. As the ball's taking its time to come back from Melbourne.
Oh, jeez, I thought the person who threw it back nearly hit my car there for a second. I was about to yell out, hey, no need for you to kick the ball over my car, thank you very much.
So, ball just making its way back.
And the ball in the middle of the ground, Bradbury. The players will get a ball up here, you reckon, and he will. You know, I just realised.
What?
That's not my car.
That's not your car?
That's not my car.
Well, clearly,
My car's
I was going to say, clearly it can't be if someone else is jumping into it,
No,
Casper.
yeah,
You need to work this out.
I was about to say, hold on a second, what's going on here? But in the...
You were the one that was telling me pre-game that was your car, so
I
that's the one we were looking at.
I thought it was my car, but no, my car's deep in the pocket. So it's all right, we could totally dox that car if we wanted to.
No, we don't want to see that.
As the ball will get wrapped up here, margin currently at 118 points, 18, 11, 119 to just one behind. And the umpires picked out a free kick. It will be going the way of the Eagles here. And towards the outer side wing, it's a good one-on-one contest. Walsh did really well, but in the end, the weight of numbers benefits Marong, and Bradbury there in the forward line couldn't quite get a touch on it, but it will feed its way out. And McCaig with the flying shot towards the goal square. Grenfell, was he held? Umpire said no. Geez, I tell you what, he could have received a couple of free kicks today as well.
He did fell that one though.
And it is a free kick, an advantage, and it's another goal. Absolutely incredible. And it is Hatch.
Tucker Hatch with his first of the afternoon. And his first of the season too. So there you go.
Everyone's getting in on the action here.
Well, you might as well.
Might as well. They were talking before about mindset that players should take going into this if you're a Marong player. And never forget Cameron Ling when he was asked about, when they beat Melbourne by 190 points or so, what the mindset was. And Chris Koch just said, just stick to the process. Don't want to mess with momentum. We just got to stick with doing what we're doing. Don't worry about the scoreboard. And I reckon that's probably what they've got to do here.
And that's exactly what I was thinking at this as well. So, with thanks to WorkSafe, supporting country footy since 2002, Marong go forward again as they lead by 124 points. Hatch with a very strong mark on the wing. He's going to look forward. There's players running each way for him. It's got out the back to Grenfell. He's flicked up the handball. Great work there. And that is a great goal to Riley Taylor. Really good. Riley Taylor getting his second goal on the afternoon. He kicked the first one for the afternoon, and he's now got his second 15 minutes into the third quarter.
There's a little Stephen Milton, like little dribbler from the boundary line.
20 goals, 11, 131. Plays one behind. As we just have a look, waiting for the ball to come back into the middle, and we just want to make sure that you get onto the AFL Victoria website and make sure that you vote for your famous or favourite WorkSafe farmer, WorkSafe favourite farmer on the AFL Vic website. Make sure you check that out today and get voting.
So Birchley kicked to Wust. Wust did well out on the outer side wing. Kick will go deep inside 50. But it will get out the back here, and it should be picked up by Lee. Fumbled it, though, and put himself under unnecessary pressure. Here's an opportunity for the Eagles to set up an attack as the ball goes out of bounds.
One thing I have noticed, especially just then, all the players went towards the ball for the Eagles. They all just gravitated towards the ball, and they had mindset to try and grab the ball. If the Panthers had got the ball, they had 3 or 4 free players in defensive 50 that they could have quickly transitioned out. So they need to be aware of that. I think when they look back at the film here, the Eagles, and try and sit there and go, we need to make sure that one person's going to the ball and not everyone is going at the same time. So something for them to at least have a look at, and I'm sure the coaching staff led by Jay McDonald will be all over that.
It's a good pickup, MVD. Can't have tunnel vision if you're a player.
Not that I know much. That's why I'm over here and not out there.
And the ball will find its way to Reardon. Although he dropped the mark, he'll get the handball out, and that's a great effort with the tackle, and the ball will spill out towards McDonald. But, geez, I tell you what, I think Maiden Gully players, they're a little apprehensive to go in after the footy, I reckon. Lee, he'll launch it inside 50. Oh, and then it'll just fall out the back. Grenfell, that's absolutely...
No, it's not Grenfell.
It's
I reckon
not
it's Robbins. Is it? No, Robbins is off. Reardon.
Well, geez, I tell you
We got
what,
there in the end.
if it's not Grenfell and it's not Robbins, it's Reardon. I tell you what, they're just...
And if it's not Reardon, it's someone else out there as well.
A bit like the multi-head Hydra, a little bit. You chop off one head and another 3 grow in its place. Absolutely incredible. Do you not...
As Reardon comes in.
And it is going to get punched through for a behind. Do you not know your
No,
Greek...
out of bounds, actually.
Do you not know your Greek mythology?
No.
Yeah,
what was it again?
It's a Hydra. Hercules tries to kill the Hydra. You chop off one head and 3 other heads grow in its place.
Okay. There you go. Learned something new today.
There you go.
So out of bounds in attacking pocket right side for Marong. Both rucks don't get there. Kick around the body. Jimmy Gadsden.
Beautiful.
Got another one. That is... Or is it his first? Might be his first. Oh, he missed that one earlier, so that is his first on the afternoon. Jimmy Gadsden. Great kick. Sharked it right exactly where he wanted to be. And look, he's just doing everything he can at the moment to secure that best on ground medal that I'm talking about. Anyway, there's a 136-point margin going in the way of the Panthers.
I tell you what, that might have convinced me on your opinion about which Gadsden has been better.
He's been better, but has he been best? That's the one you want to know. Well, great smother in the middle there by Tyler
really
Miles.
Smother. But again, just the weighted numbers will get the ball forward here for the Panthers and Hatch. Let's look at the running effort there, trying to put pressure on him. He's got to be up there too, top 3 players surely on the ground.
Tell you what, can we just take a moment and admire Jane Magnuson's hair? Like, seriously, as a bloke who's got not much of it, and it's keep going back in my head all the time, Magnuson's hair just keeps flowing.
That's probably about being the highlight of the day, I reckon, for them.
Dear.
We'll get the kick out wide. It will be Murley who will lead all comers to the footy. Just the pressure has been great, and Burns will go out wide. They're mucking around in the pocket here. Got to get the ball out of defense. And eventually they do. Good luck marking that one. And it is. Oh, geez, I thought he was going to mark that there, Fisher. He dropped it in the end. But now the ball is in neutral territory, which is probably best case scenario for Maiden Gully, as the umpire will call for a ball up here.
So they're trying to get the way out. Hatch, great work. Chain of handballs. Where's it going to end up? Well, in the middle of the cricket pitch at the moment. His ball is being tackled, and great work there, Sam Keneally, doing some tackling there for Maiden Gully. The umpire's going to throw it back up. Crooks and Grenfell in the ruck. As a push in the back has been found. And it's going to be Riley Taylor. Taylor sinks the slipper into it. Holding the man, is it, every day of the week?
Yep. And
it is a free kick going the way of Kane Robbins this time. Made it very obvious for the umpire. Did Robbins. Threw his hands out and said, why am I not getting a free kick? But he's taken the mark. And he's now lining up for his 3rd on the afternoon. Wind has completely died out of it, and this one just gets kicked straight over the goal umpire's hat for Robbins' 3rd goal on the afternoon. He's up to 32 on the season, Kane Robbins.
And that takes that is the 22nd goal that they've kicked. It takes the scoreline out to 22-11, 143 to just 1 behind for the visitors. And we have gone 21 and a half minutes into this 3rd quarter. And Tell you what, the 200 mark is not out of the equation. MVP.
No, but it's still a long way away.
Still a long way away. As the ball in the middle of the ground, what's it? Just trying to do something here for the visitors. And it's a free kick going the way of the Eagles. Oh, geez, I tell you what, DeMick nearly played on here. Hartland pleading with the umpires, saying, come on. He played on. Inside 50, get out the back here. Gadsden did really, really well. Handball in the middle of space, and it's just Fisher. It's just all the space that they're in is incredible. Will Gadsden with the fumble, though. And he takes the ball, he turns it over, in fact. Is that a free kick? DeMick, no. Umpire said play on, must not have had a lot of prior opportunity, because otherwise I reckon that's dropping the ball any opportunity, any day of the week. Must have been blindsided, the umpire. We'll get a ball up here right in front of the interchange bench for the Panthers. And it'll be eventually worked out towards Murley. Did well there, but it's just the weight of numbers. It's just almost like a tsunami, the way that they just pressure and they just run. It's incredible. Well, have a look at that. It's a great effort by Robbins to get the handball out. No teammate there to help him, though. So Strauch, first one back, and it'll go to Magnuson. And the ball right up against the boundary line. They did well to keep that in. Strauch will come to McDonald. And eventually the ball gets worked back to Burns. Not a great kick. He put his teammate under pressure. But McCartney did really, really well there. But unfortunately, he's turned it over to Lee. And Lee, he'll launch it inside 50. On the lead, Grenfell couldn't quite at ground level. Nearly a snap-on goal, but they'll... Oh, that's a crunching tackle. That's probably one of the best tackles I've seen. That was absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable tackle. Great work. Locks it in. Attacking 50. Good passage of play there by you, Casper, as a push in the back is called. Going the way of Crooks for Maiden Gully. As the players down behind play, as they're going to be making their way over. The trainers are going to make their way over to the player over there. Ball's out, left half forward flank for Morong. It's going to be Bradbury versus Crooks. It's a 0-0 draw. The two of them are fighting each other. Couldn't even be bothered with the ball. As Morong going to come forward. Good mark there. Patrick Gretrix going back deliberately to have a shot at goal. Looking at his fourth on the year. It's Gretrix. Big, booming right foot straight to the goal line. And it's through for a minor score. Tell you what though, Casper, they've been pretty accurate. I mean, 22 goals, 12. 144 is pretty good kicking, if you ask me.
They should come to Melbourne and teach some of the AFL boys how to have shots on goal.
I suppose having good shots inside, deep inside 50 is always helpful. Because this is Murley trying to find a switch for the Eagles.
A couple of leads down the wing here. He's not even looking in that direction. That's the problem.
No, they're looking to go back in the middle all the time.
See, and the problem is when you're so used to switching it and coming back in the middle, you don't even look for the easy kick down the line anymore. But it's a good mark out on the outside wing because he had 2 or 3 players here.
I reckon that's Dimmick going all the way up there to try and get a kick.
And I don't blame him, to be honest with you. I would do the same.
Well, all the left-hand side of your screen is all in shade at the moment, which is Wade Maiden Gully are kicking at the moment. There's a free kick downfield. Trying to figure out where it's going towards.
It's going to the Eagles, and I reckon it must have been a 50-metre penalty.
Must have been a 50-metre penalty for something.
Yep.
So...
I reckon that's Devaney.
No, it'd be...
oh, with the long sleeves. That might be...
Joel Burns, maybe.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
trying to make sure
We
get
do.
the...
We do
Yeah,
apologise.
Joel
It is a
Burns.
little bit tricky to spot players at this time of day with the sun starting to set.
Good strong tackle, or is it a dangerous one? It's a dangerous one there. Riley Taylor's been given a free kick against him, goes to Sabina. Sabina switches the ball, finds Miles on a good lead. What can Miles find up in front now? He goes a short chipping ball to Jay McDonald. McDonald could probably, if you can get it over the top here. Heap of Marong players within about 20 metres out. Good kick across the ground. Good switch from McDonald. As we try and have a look and pick up who that is. Is it Burns come down?
I reckon that's going to be their first shot on goal for the day, I reckon.
Second. He had one there up here earlier.
Oh, that's true.
That went through for a rush behind.
That's true.
So, after a good strong mark, good run down the wing, gets underneath it, goes right to the goal line. Pack of players fly, trying to hack the ball out of the air. There was Noden. Ball finding a way through, and they're going to run it out. The Panthers. And it was indeed Burns with a bit of an up and under kick earlier on, trying to work their way through as a free kick's been found going the Eagles' way.
Baker. Not Baker, it's Sabina with the inside 50. Oh!
As a mark has been taken just after the siren.
Oh, footy is a cruel game.
Footy is a cruel game. Good strong mark. The umpire says no, that is 3/4 time.
That, I reckon, was a second.
Nah, I don't even think it was a second. I think it was like a millisecond. Siren coming just before.
Wow.
And that will be 3/4 time as Marong 22-12, 144 leading Maiden Gully YCW Eagles, one behind, 1 point. It's 143 points.
You know what, though? Promising signs, and I know it's a little ridiculous to talk about promising signs when it's 143 points and you haven't kicked a goal, but repeated inside 50s at the end of the quarter there. I reckon that was the first time the entire game that they had consecutive inside 50. Then they had about 3 or 4 there to end the quarter. Didn't end up resulting in anything, but let's see if they can continue the momentum going into the last quarter there.
Well, if you're going with promising signs, they kicked they had the first score of the second half anyway, didn't they?
There you go. That's got to be
so
something.
There you go. Goal scorers for the afternoon. It is Grenfell with, what do we got there? We've got him at 8 goals. He's kicked his 250th for the Marong Football Club. He's kicked 8 goals, 3 goals for Kane Robbins, 2 for Riley Taylor, Matt Reardon and Jack McCaig. And singles to Corey Gregg, Tucker Hatch, Jimmy Gadsden, Nathan Devaney, and Noah McCaig as well. At 3/4 time, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 143-point margin to the home side, the Marong Panthers over the Eagles. Stick around, we've got 4th quarter action coming up on the other side of this. Welcome back to Malone Park, ladies and gentlemen, here in Marong, where it is the WorkSafe Country Club game for 2023, and it's with thanks to WorkSafe, helping you stay safe at work so you can support the club that you love. And they've been supporting country footy since 2002. Michael Van Dorst and Casper McLeod with you for this last quarter. It is Marong 22-12, 144 leading the Maiden Gully YCW Eagles, one behind 1 point. And Casper, I know this game's been over since quarter time, but we are still looking forward to what is going to be, hopefully, a really good last quarter of action. We saw some really good signs there from Maiden Gully in the end.
Absolutely. And I mean, look, footy is all about the momentum that you can carry on into the next week. So, to be honest with you, it's almost like a mini game of football within itself in the fourth quarter, because I reckon how you finish off a game is how you start the next week. And so that's what Maiden Gully will be looking to do.
So back underway, Bradbury gets the tap out. Great touch there by Miles, who kicks it forward. And inside attacking 50, they go. Great kick around the body. Is it going to... Oh, it's behind there for Mitch Dean, who kicks their second score.
That officially beats their score that they had in round one. So
there you go. They've doubled their score.
That's something.
So we now are at a 142-point margin. As Marong going to come back inside and try and find a teammate there.
Good kick by
Walsh.
Taylor. There's a good kick by Taylor there to find Walsh.
Tell you what, I could deal with his long sleeves, even though I've got long sleeves on myself at the moment. No talk at all from the Marong forwards between Robbins and
like it at the back though. And it's a holding the ball. Great effort by Robbins there. Delay the tackle. And it's a free kick, and I reckon he might take the shot on goal here.
I reckon you're right.
Distance might test him a little bit, but when your team has been on from about 30 seconds in the game, why not have a shot from here?
I don't think it'll test him too much.
So this will be Robbins taking the kick. We're about a minute into the last quarter, and this for the home team to breach 150. Opens up the angle, and the kick is absolutely perfect. They go to 23-12, 150. The visitors are on two behinds. And that kick from Robbins was perfection.
He's fourth on the afternoon. Kicked a goal in every quarter. As we said, the margin goes to 148. As the crowd at Brad's Bar has just swelled after three-quarter time.
Goodness, no pressure, MVD.
No, there's plenty of people around us to listen to the commentary, plus all of you watching at home. Ball goes up, Marong with another centre clearance. Great work by Devaney. Great to find Bradbury. Bradbury from outside 50, trying to find Grenfell, and it's hit the behind post on the outside. And it's going to be a throw-in. Defender may have got in the back there of Grenfell, but just held him nicely. So Grenfell now going to go up in the ruck against Magnuson. Grenfell with what? Half a head's height differential and his strength. Grabs it out the pack and kicks it the wrong way. Great work, the defender for Marong. Great work there as well. Getrix can't quite get to the top of the circle. Grenfell can, and he kicks a goal.
Number 9.
That's number 9 for Brandon Grenfell. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Brandon Grenfell, 9 goals, 1.
Tell you what, that is absolutely a shank of a kick, that first attempt. Had a little bit of Andrew Phillips about it. I don't know if you saw that against North Melbourne MVD. But I tell you what, he was good enough to finish it up. And I tell you what, 9 goals, no matter who you are playing, no matter who you are, 9 goals in a game of football is a magnificent day out.
It definitely is.
So back in the middle of the ground, play will go. And it's well taken by Murley. Get a kick inside forward 50 for the Eagles. But it's a great effort by Jimmy Gadsden, who I will confess has probably been the better Gadsden on the day. Wasn't sure on the first half, but that third quarter convinced me when he kicked that great goal. And eventually the ball will get taken out of bounds and it'll get thrown back into the field of play.
WorkSafe Victoria plays a critical role in the lives of Victorian employers and their workers as the state's health and safety regulator and as manager of Victoria's Workers' Compensation Scheme. We thank them for their support for being here today.
And it'll be cleared out of defence by the Panthers. And it will work its way very well to Devaney. A bit of an up and under kick. Ball might come back to him here. It comes to about a nest of players.
There we
Was
go.
that a high tackle? I reckon that was. It'll be Manly.
That's what we go with, a nest of eagles.
A nest of eagles.
We should have guessed that.
Nest of eagles.
Riley Taylor gets up the ground, drops the mark he should have taken on centre wing. Kicks the ball inboard. Finds Greg. That'd be Ben Gregg. Chain of handballs working their way through here are the Panthers. Willocks up a little bit higher. Devaney taps it on to Will Gadsden. Gadsden finds Robbins. Robbins going to be run down. He's been done holding the ball.
Great tackle.
Great work there by Nathan Murley. Robbins was just trying to straighten up and have a shot at goal, and Murley said, "I'll take you on, big man," and took the tackle very well.
Would it be a flock of eagles?
We could go with that too.
Well, given how this game has played out, maybe a murder of eagles might be a better
No, it's
call.
a murder of crows.
Oh, I reckon in this game it might be a murder of eagles.
Probably been a murder of eagles as well. So out of bounds, centre wing, far side, in front of the dimming light. In front of the people that are on the far side of the, in the front of the clubhouse from the Marong Panthers. And tapped down by Bradbury, finds McCaig. That'd be Jack. Hip and shoulder, great work by both players, all players involved. And the last skerrick of sunlight sees the umpire put his hand up and says it came out of bounds.
Tell you what, here the players are absolute local celebrities. All the kids lined up along the fence trying to get a high five with them as they're going to and from the bench. Absolutely love it. So it was well done by Birch in the ruck, but unfortunately the ball just kind of fell at his feet and the umpire will call for another ball up here.
I think the boundary umpire overthrew the ruck contest there.
Maybe. It's been a little bit tricky with the wind. Been blustery all over the place. Some of them have fallen short. That one went a little bit long, but they've done a great job, the boundary umpires, as they always do. And the contest, Greg did really, really well there. That was Ben Gregg. And they'll get another forward 50 entry here. Just a chaos ball deep inside the pocket. Trapped. Well, I thought it was going to be trapped really well by Devaney. He couldn't quite gather it, and the ball gets taken out of bounds on the 50-metre arc by Murley. Got a throw in here, right in front of where that tree is on the other side. Almost exactly opposite of where we are, MVD.
In front of the lawn bowls.
In front of the lawn bowls, but in front of the tree. In front of the tree in front of it.
Yes, true. So give that one to Birch in the ruck contest. Great tackle, Jimmy Gadsden on Wast, who's been probably, Maiden Gully's probably one of their best players for the day. Has he been rewarded? Yep, Jimmy Gadsden has been rewarded with a free kick. So Gadsden looking for Grenfell. He's got two to beat. And it's been punched over the back by Magnuson, who said, get that out of here. I reckon I've seen that in the NBL 1 recently. Just a lot of blocks and don't argues and all that by Magnuson. Ball comes spinning back into play. Grenfell this time spikes it. But Magnuson will pick this one up and try and find a relieving kick. Does get it outside defensive 50, but Hatch has gone back and got it for Marong. Hatch play on, says the call. Gretrix picks it up. Almost a great mark there. Jack McKay picks it up off his shoelaces. Can he kick the goal? No, he can't. Who's going to get there? It's Devaney. Devaney kicks the easiest of goals after he shrugs the tackle. And Nathan Devaney gets his second on the afternoon. And the 25th goal for the Panthers.
That is just simply incredible, isn't it? The pure body strength to get rid of that tackle as if it was nothing, as if a ladybug had landed on his sleeve and he just shrugged it off. It was absolutely incredible. Great strength to kick that goal, and that is their 25th goal of the game.
25-12, 162, plays 2 behinds. Maiden Gully have doubled their score from the round 1 encounter. And it looks as though Marong are going to come forward again. Inside attacking 50. Magnuson, can he get there first for Maiden Gully? No, he can't. But the fist has come out. Great work by Merle, who hasn't stopped running all day. Great fist there by the defensive work of Brodie Hartland. And he puts it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
So the ball will get thrown in here. Not sure how much time has.
10 minutes.
About 10 minutes in this last quarter. Crooks did well in the ruck. See, was that a little bit of a sling tackle? It was a little bit of a sling tackle. So it'll be a free kick going the way of the locals, and the ball will come out towards Taylor. In the middle of the ground, it'll go. Great effort by Gadsden. Out to the outer side wing. That is a phenomenal kick. I tell you what, it'll be almost another shot on goal here. Oh, really good effort defensively. I thought Grenfell had that. His name written all over that. Fist came from behind, and the ball gets wrapped up.
Probably needed to try and get some separation there, did Grenfell. On his defender. Try to take it out just in front of him. As ball hits the ground, Bradbury picks it up. Quick kick forward by Kane Robbins. Going to bring rain if there was any. Grenfell can't quite complete the mark. Maiden Gully just wrapping it up and just making no attempt to get it out. The umpire says, give it to me. Kyle Manley getting the cheers of the crowd behind us.
Should be a free kick, and he has been paid it. Sorry to jump in on you like that, MVD, but he's been held, I reckon, about a massive amount of times today, and they have finally paid him a free kick for that, and he'll line up for goal number 10.
Goal number 10. Indeed.
You thought the Adelaide Oval went nuts when Tex Walker kicked his 10.
We might get a bit behind us. As Granfield kicks through the ball and has got his 10th goal on the afternoon. And there's a bit going on afterwards.
Oh.
Bit of love between the two players. As Grenfield's got 10 goals, 1. Keneally having a bit of a chat to him. And the players just flying the flag a little bit. There's players going off around each other and saying that's enough. As Brandon Grenfield kicks his 10th. 10 goals, 1 on the afternoon. 26-12, 168. As
it is a 166-point margin, MVD, as it currently stands. 200 not quite out of the equation just yet. It'll be Keneally. The ball deep inside 50. Can they get a shot on goal here? Ball come out the back, but it will be cleared away, and that defense has been phenomenal all day. Lee takes a good mark, pressure relieving grab, and then the kick to Reardon is absolute perfection.
Don't know what sparked that either.
No.
To be perfectly honest, it was, and as soon as Grenfell kicked it, he went straight to him. So
McKay
quite interesting.
Comes out.
Oh,
wide.
great mark by
grab. That
Gadsden.
was one-handed. Gadsden, if you don't mind, party tricks time here for the locals, and Davis, he'll launch it inside 50. Grenfell again, sliding on hands and knees, if you don't mind. He can take him up high. He can take him down low. That is absolute perfection, and we'll go back for number 11.
Well,
this is
11's his most this year, Casper.
This is absolutely incredible to watch. Absolute pleasure.
Another slips catch, though, just nice and down low. Just thank you very much.
So this for number 11. It's been an incredible performance. It's been the Grenfell show all day. Kick is on its way, and it will go through for a behind. Is that his second behind?
That's only his second behind of the day. So 10 goals, 2.
And the scoreline now reads 26-13, 169 to 2 behinds.
So Maiden Gully, through the agency of McCartney, are going to try and work this one out. And that's going to be 50 metres. Probably a bit of mayo on it, but
Locals didn't like it.
it was going to be called as 50 every day of the week. Tyler Miles trots down the wing. He's going to sink the slipper into it. Try and find a mark in his side, attacking 50. Can't quite do that. McCaig picks it up. Jack McCaig finds the ball inside. Ben Gregg working hard. Lockie Lee, who started the game really well. Noah McCaig. They work the way forward as Robbins on the back of this one. Kane Robbins gets a good mark inside 50. And Robbins is going to go back and say, you know what, I'm going to see if I can kick the same number as what's on my back. Put it down. He has had a shot from here earlier in the quarter, so, yep, definitely I'm being told to put it down, Casper. Mark it down. If he misses, it's on you. Not on me, it's on you. You're the you give the commentator's curse. So Kane Robbins comes in, steps inside 50, kicks it. Hey! Good work. And he kicks it and comes off the ground for his 5th on the afternoon. Kane Robbins, great work up there. 27 goals, 13, 175. And that is a 173-point margin.
Just 5 more goals to crack the 200, not just the scoreline, but also the margin as well, MVD. And I tell you what, 15 and a half minutes gone. It's not out of the question here.
So Robbins is up to 34 goals for the season as well.
A thoroughly impressive performance all round. Willicks tried to get the disposal out there, ball out on the outer side wing. It will come. Well, Will Gadsden was among the group of players. It's a free kick going the way of.
I reckon that's Willox too, by the way.
Good effort to get there, considering he was the one who started that chain out of the centre, and eventually he'll go down the line. Kick finds its way very nicely to Bradbury. I think it's been great in the ruck today, Bradbury.
Yeah.
Really, really dominant and set the tone nice and early. And Grenfell from behind, he's got it! Oh,
umpire.
Oh, no sense of the occasion from the umpire. But it will be a free kick and it will be a shot on goal. And I reckon that is reared in, it is.
Cop one just over the shoulder.
Geez, I tell you what. Grenfell might feel a little bit dirty that wasn't paid to him.
Have a look at Grenfell just having a chat with Patrick.
I reckon that's exactly what he was saying. He was saying, I marked that. Reardon with the kick. And it goes through for a behind. I tell you what, the locals, they predicted his last goal and they predicted that behind as well. It's incredible the local knowledge of these players. Go through for a behind. And
it
that
happens.
is 17-14, 176, a 174-point margin.
Dear, it's a great day out here at Marong. Work safe game of the country club game. And we must shout out as well as Marong is recognised for their nomination for the WorkSafe AFL Victoria Country Volunteer of the Year award, and that went the way of Nicole Grant from Marong. So congratulations to Nicole for being recognised as the Volunteer of the Year award, the WorkSafe AFL Victoria Country Volunteer of the Year. So great work to Nicole for all your tireless work here at the Marong Football Netball Club, and with WorkSafe supporting country footy since 2002. We look at the score board, 27-14, 176 to 2 behind, as we wind things down here. What has been a great day out at Marong. 19-minute mark of the last quarter. So great work there by Crooks. Maiden Gully going to come forward. Oh, it bounces off the chest there of Sakade. Can't quite get there. Demick in trying to make a tackle. Crooks taking on Gadsden. That's David and Goliath stuff if ever I've seen it. Ball just bouncing around. Miles. Get the feeling the crowd might be, the players might be waiting for that final siren to come through.
We've had David and Goliath. We've had the Hydra.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're working through a few.
Yeah, going around the world. One mythology at a time.
Strosh. Oh, that ball bounced terribly there for McDonald. But they're going to come away with it. Nathan Murley. Got some speed, this one, this player, Murley. Devaney's riding him like a jockey. And Devaney gets him and is called for pushing in the back. Got absolutely dumped, did Murley.
Good effort by Murley there. Finds Burns right inside 50, but it's a terrible kick and it's a turnover, and that's been the story of their day, unfortunately. Down the other end. And inside 50, it's a great grab by Manly, and it'll go back. He'll have a shot. Grenfell's saying, just kick it to the goal square.
Well, no one was on the mark.
And instead, he'll just kick a goal. If you're not going to pass it off, why not have a shot on goal instead? Manly, that is his first of the game. And that is 28-14, 182 to 2 MVD. Incredible effort.
Cole Manley with his first on the afternoon.
Be interesting to get at the end of the game, MVD, how many goal scorers they've had now.
Yeah, we'll work through that. Not just yet. We'll go through it. Although, is it taking a while for the ball to come back to the middle? No, the ball's back in the middle.
And the ball is up.
So into the ruck now is Matt Willocks. He's been brought forward for Morong. Sakade. Chain of handballs ends up with Burns. Burns looking for a lead. Great work by Harry Baker. Helped us out earlier with the player's name while we couldn't work it out. He's back out there now trying to get the ball. Oh, he's trying to work his way through. Great handball. Although it didn't quite help, wasn't quite helped out there by Gadsden. Beset upon by Eagles. The coach McDonald with it now. Just handballing back. They're going back to go forward. Magnuson is going to bring it out to Murley, who marks in front of Hatch. Kicks it to McDonald. Keneally led up. Couldn't quite get there. Sabina. It's been pretty good. He's just going to sink the slipper into it. It's a 1-on-2. And a good strong mark there by Dimmick. Dimmick has got no one at all to kick to. Should be called to play on at some point. So he's called on now. Dimmick just sends a high ball to attacking centre half forward. Wust with the ball off the pack. Find a way through to Miles. Miles, a shot on goal. Has missed.
Well, now they've tripled their score from round 1 MVD.
So 0-3-3. Margin back to 1-7-9. So while we're waiting for the ball to come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 goal scorers. Half the side scored.
That's incredible.
A goal, that is, for Morong.
It's pretty good when one of your players has kicked 9 goals.
10.
10, excuse me.
Yes. He's kicked 10.
He kicked 10.
And he's kicked 10 goals too.
I reckon he could have had another few shots on goal.
So Devaney finds Hatch.
He could
and
kick it
they're
out.
away.
Could kick it out wide here to Harland if he wanted to. And instead he's just going to go with the bit of an audacious kick, but it works brilliantly. Davis, what a mark. Everything they've tried today has absolutely worked. And Davis right to the edge of 50. Reardon up with the grab. Good effort, good grab.
Oh, Hatch.
And Hatch keeps running. And geez, I tell you what, if he's not among the top 3 best players on the ground, I'm going to be very surprised. I thought he's had a great game so far.
Yeah, Tucker Hatch, he's done a pretty good job. He got a goal in the third. Kept running all day. And just found a nice little hole to fall into there.
This will be for his second and for the team's 29th.
As it looks like they're bringing Brandon Grenfell off.
Kick is on his way, and it looks pretty good. It's there. They go to 29-14, 188-3, and that is his second on the day. It has been a pleasure to watch this football team play. It has felt a tiny bit like the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals, just a little bit.
As Brandon Grenfell comes off.
Gets the...
he tells us he's done. You can imagine, after 10 goals too.
Fair enough too. Kick 10 goals, deserve to have a break.
59 goals he's up to for the season.
Incredible. So what's that for his entire career here?
252 in 33 matches.
Wow.
So, Murley, centre wing, kicking the ball long. Can they get a mark up there? No, they can't. Will Gadsden gets the ball. He's going to handball it back and find Ben Gregg. Gregg with a kick across the goal. Nathan Walsh finds Jimmy Gadsden. Gadsden looking up the centre. Devaney. Oh, has been tackled high, has he, Riley Taylor? No, he's been called for holding the ball.
Yeah,
Tyler Miles.
That's probably the right decision.
Probably is. It's the first time they called it all day, though. So, Miles standing in the centre circles almost. Finds McDonald. McDonald kicks forward. There's a mark inside attacking 50. They're going to go again.
Oh,
On his line. Oh, can't quite get there.
Jeez, that nearly gave away the free kick.
Caleb Flood just straight through his hands. Great ball by Mitch Dean, but Flood just went straight through his hands. Reminds me a little bit of my own career in the footy, to be perfectly honest. As Greg gets the ball out.
I was going to say, I can't make any comment, MVT.
Marong streaming forward. Great kick. Inside attacking 50. Hatch. Don't tell me Hatch is going to go with the outside of the boot. He's hit the post. That brought the crowd to it here at the bar. As the wind picks up again. Not for the first time today. And it's 186 points.
And there it is. An incredible performance from the home team. It was the Grenfell show with 10 goals too, helping his team record a dominant 29 goal, 15 behinds, 189 to just 3 behinds for the visitors. It was go to woe from the very start, MVD. It was absolutely incredible football from the home side. And I tell you what, all the locals are absolutely loving it behind us and around us, and all here at Malone Park. It's just incredible football to watch.
So, goal scorers on the afternoon. Brandon Grenfell with 10 goals too, taking his season tally to 59 goals, and his club tally to 252 from his 33 matches. Kane Robbins with 5, and 2 goals to Matthew Reardon and Jack McCaig, as well as Riley Taylor. Singles to Corey Gregg, 2 to... Sorry, I apologise. Also 2 to Tucker Hatch as well. And Jimmy Gadsden kicked 1. Cole Manley 1. Nathan Devaney kicked 2 as well. And Noah McCaig also kicked a single goal scorer there. So, all in all, a massive 186-point win to the Marong Panthers as they kicked 29 goals and conceded none.
I want to ask you, MVG, before we go, if you had to say your best 3 players from both teams, who would you say?
For both teams, well, I'm going to start, as a combined 3-2-1?
No, 3-2-1. 3-2-1 for the Panthers, 3-2-1 for the Eagles.
Right, I would have... Jimmy Gadsden for mine worked hard all day. Yep. I'd definitely give him 3. He'd be best on ground for mine. We'll wait to see what happens out there. I also reckon Lockie Lee did really good. Kane Robbins. Kane Robbins for mine as well. Did some great work. And I'd have to throw in Nathan Devaney in there as well. They're the three for the Morong. Yes, Brandon Grenfell kicked 10 goals too. And he did a great amount of work, but at the same time, it was quite procession coming down to him as well. For Maiden Gully, we saw him in that last quarter just running down this near wing. Nathan Murley tried hard all day. Ryan Strosh, I think he was very good as well. And I reckon Matthew Crooks in the ruck. I reckon they're probably the three that for Maiden Gully that can hang their hat high in regards to that one. So,
yeah, I think that's fair. I think for me, I'll go probably. I think it's a bit difficult to say which one would be my 3, my 2, and my 1. But I think for the visitors, I think McDonald has got to be up there, Worcester's got to be up there, and I'll probably go maybe Nodden. I thought he's been okay. Actually, no, I'll put Murley instead. And for the home team, all due respect, MVD, I think you're mad if you don't include a bloke who's kicked 10 goals, MVD, and he doesn't get a mention in your best 3 votes. He's definitely getting the 3 votes for me. I thought he's been great. I think my 1 will probably go to Hatch. I thought he's been working hard all day. And you know what? I come around to him. I think Jimmy Gadsden probably gets my 2 votes.
Fair enough. So, 4th highest score of the year for Morong.
4th highest.
4th highest score. So they now, if I go that, I'm going to go with my stat. I'm going to try and work out my stat here on the fly. 189. What is it? 189. If I get this calculator working nicely. 189 plus, what do we kick? 29?
Yep.
29 divided by 9 equals, that can't be right. 189 divided by, 189 plus 29. 218 divided by 9. 24.2 goals. They now kick. That's their average. And they're conceding, on average, 33 divided by 9, 3.6 goals a game.
Took them 33 years to end a premiership drought, and I tell you what, they might win 2 back-to-back. It's going to take something very special. I said this at the start of the game, and it's just been reinforced today. It's going to take something very special for someone to finish off beating them this year.
All right, we're going to try and see if we can get some word out from the official presentations and try and head downstairs to hear if there's anything down there that we can pick up at this point in time with our Master of Ceremonies. So the Morong Football Club president just been given a ball from WorkSafe. And the Maiden Gully coach also receiving the ball for their efforts in today's country club game. There's recognition from WorkSafe from all their help for this week here at Morong. They're at Thursday night training as well as all day here. So, Casper, I think we're both wrong there. The player of the match has been adjudged as Lockie Lee, number 4 for Morong.
Yeah, okay. No, I think I think that's fair enough too. I thought he's had a great game.
So congratulations to Lockie Lee there
Next,
for the game.
pardon me, next week, the locals here, they'll be playing Inglewood away, and Inglewood currently sit 4th on the ladder. You would think 1st versus 4th would be interesting, but the last time they played each other was an 84-point victory for Marong earlier in the season here. So hopefully it'll be a more interesting game than that. But MVD, it has been an absolute pleasure, unless there is something else that we need to cover.
No, I was just going to say, and Maiden Gully YCW Eagles will be hosting Bridgewater next week as well in the Loddon Valley Football Netball League, as final formalities are being done out on the ground to hand over a trophy for the WorkSafe Country Club game for today. We thank WorkSafe for supporting country footy since 2002, and we look forward to the next country club game as we just try and get that for you. Don't think that's the right information I've got there, but
Whichever game it will be a great game.
we're definitely looking forward to seeing there. I reckon Tatoon versus Ararat Eagles, so another Eagles team in Tatoon on Saturday the 15th of July.
Hopefully Ararat won't have their wings clipped so severely.
Oh, there we go. There we
you got
go.
the dad jokes. I got the dad jokes too.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, with thanks to WorkSafe, AFL Victoria and Clutch.tv, we will be signing off from Malone Park. A huge thanks to Sham for his great work on the camera, and also to Riley from AFL Victoria. In the end, it was the home side, the Marong Panthers, by 186 points, 29-15, 189, defeating the Maiden Gully YCW Eagles, 3 behinds. Casper McLeod, a huge thank you to you.
Thanks, MVD. Pleasure as always.
And ladies and gentlemen, we will wrap it up there and say thank you very much. Have a great night. Drive safely if you're driving anywhere. Be safe. And we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye for now.